Well, my primary Wing Chun teacher taught me the beginning aspects of the essential things you need for really understanding how to fight with Wing Chun. He showed me 3 hand positions, which were Tan Sau, Sau, and Bong Sau, right? And different ways to use those. In the form then, particularly Sun Dao, the first form in Wing Chun, there's a good amount of Sau as well. So he didn't really teach that. I think in terms of usage, he figured you'd pick up on that pretty quick because you kind of have to use it to do things a lot. And if you did, even if nobody told you, you would at least start to get the idea as you play. But I've added some Sau understanding in there anyways to those 3 primary hand positions. So to start with Sau, think about kind of pushing or pushing across or putting out or even just smacking. Now the smack, a lot of Wing Chun folks might call differently. I'm not overly concerned about it in terms of that, just that it's this. If I can have a volunteer real quick. And so if he's here, it's just basically put a palm on or put a palm on or suppress my arm, put a palm on, this kind of thing. Put the other palm on me there, and notice I just 1 and 2, and that put me right there to it like that. So to show you that, first of all, it's just a cross, out, could be even a smack across. If he's putting the first arm on me there, I could bang this way, and since he's put the second one on me there, turn so they can see a little bit more, bang, and then he pushes out with this one, bang again, and there we come. And for more about that kind of smacking and slapping and that kind of thing, we've got a full video on open hand basics, which I would recommend to you. And then we also have something that I'll get to in just a minute, where you're really kind of jacking them up with that smack. And that one would be, we call it, for our C-Lot, stealing the energy. Okay, so do what I've shown here so far, and then we'll do some more. Alright, so then the other thing that could be going on with this, for Sau at the moment, is that take that arm and kind of jam into me a little bit. That's fine, you did that one. Here he comes with his punch. Now I could do this, but there's a problem, right? So even if I was going to use a Sau there, bring your punch, it'd be the other punch, which is why you see that form across, because now I can strike in there. The other thing is, now that I've done that, I could always from here, and there's just different ways to go about these, but bang, bang, and done this way. So suppress me again, and this one is his head, because that's what's leading. Suppress me with that side and bring your punch. I better do with the punch and not come after the arm. Suppress me with that side, come with that punch. I better suppress with suppress me with this arm and come with that punch, right? And so then I was here, then I was here. And then I'm forearm to throat, or fist to throat, or elbow to throat, or whatever you need. All right, so real quickly again, put a hand on there, bang. Make sure your fist is coming earlier than that. And I better make sure it's the fist. Switch out, do the same thing. And I better make sure it's the fist. And from here, I would just suppress them both. Then I have a shot right there or right there, depending. All right. So I could use one of these where he's right there and I just start, right? And I'm not going to, we'll get to what you do with this after this. Or he brings his other punch, and I'm already to this to bring the other one, and I'm here, and then notice I'm right on in there. The other part of that, when he starts to come with that, is to really jack him hard, bang, and then he's going to fly into whatever else I happen to be bringing. Okay, so simple, 2, right? And at whatever point he doesn't bring one, instead of hitting his arm, you hit him in the face, head, face palm. Okay, be careful with your partner. Okay, last but not least, you use the Sau with all the structural stuff that we did, and then what happens with it is because I showed you one way to get power, which is basically you drop like whole arm or body weight this way, and they're pitching in there with things, or bring a punch, bang, and then they pitch forward right into your shot. But to add juice to this, take your structural stuff, and now when they come, it's turn them again, instead of that position, or bang, and notice it cut through. He came with his other one, not realizing how badly he's been compromised already. I'm still here, and it's not this. Watch my body. It's that, except instead of pushing him in, it's thumb on the contact inside. Right? Come again, bang, bring your other one. And so I went 1, 2, slowly again. And there's the through again, even on the arm, with whole body. So now we've got the arm break. And or if I need to take him out of there, this idea where your body structure, the stuff we did in the very first lesson, is really being used with that. Be careful with your partner.